Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of The Finishing Blow. Hopefully you guys are having a good week. This week was absolutely ridiculous for me. If you guys go to the website, you will see that there are a ton of different articles that I've covered. I'm not going to be able to talk about them all in this video because it would be too long and you guys would probably go insane. So links are in the description for all the topics, including the ones that I'm not going to cover. So be sure to check those out. But we've got a ton of different trailers that I want to talk about. So kicking things off, this week we had a trailer for Skin Trade with Tony Jaa, Dolph Lundgren, Michael Jai White. It looks really, really good. I'm actually really excited for it. I know some people are skeptical of it, but I think it's going to be a good, solid film. I think it's going to be a movie that make people take Tony Jaa more seriously on an international market, and I'm really, really excited for it. It's got kind of a flair of Ong Bak to it because of the stunts and the types of choreography that are in the film, but I don't think it's going to be directly, associated to Ong Bak. It's too different in that sense, but it's got a cool story, and I'm really, really excited for it. I'm hoping it's going to be a good, solid film, and that Tony Jaa will get the international, I guess, boost that he deserves. And obviously, a lot of people in our industry know of Tony Jaa. People have seen Ong Bak, but when it comes to Hollywood itself, there's not so many people. And I think with Fast and Furious and Skin Trade coming out, a lot of people are going to sit up and take notice of what Tony Jaa is capable of. On the flip side, if you guys are interested in what's going on in Thailand, we have a trailer for Vengeance of an Assassin. Now, this actually stars Dan Chapong, and it is the last film that Panaritacry actually created before he passed away. I still don't know how I feel about this film. I was actually going to write my 2 cents on the trailer specifically, but when you guys look at everything I had to cover this week, I just did not have time for it. But anyways, it is a very, very explosive trailer. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I feel like it's kind of going a little bit too over the top, but that's just my opinion. When I was younger, I think I would have liked this a lot more than what I do now. Maybe because I've seen so many films that are very similar to this, but as it is, it looks like it's going to be a very solid action film. Maybe a little bit cheesy, maybe a little bit over the top, but still it's going to be a good action film. And of course, that's all we can really ask for when it comes to it. So hopefully it's a proper and fitting send-off for Master Panaritacry as the last film that he actually was able to work on. All right, next up, I'm going to skip forward a little bit because I've got some other topics later on in the week that I want to talk about. But like I said, there's some other stuff, other teasers and other trailers that did pop up on the internet throughout the week that I won't cover specifically. But we have some new images for Dragon Blade, and there weren't a ton of them, but I'm still really excited for this film. Obviously, we have like the synopsis and the basic idea of what this movie is going to be like, but the more I see the stills and the more I see what's going on with this movie, I want to learn more. I want to dive into this world and see more of what it has to offer. So even though everybody's working on skip trace right now, I really feel like Dragon Blade is going to be the film that kind of gets everybody excited for Jackie Chan films again. You know, he's been doing a lot of different things, and I think Dragon Blade is going to be something very different and very unique. Now, as for when we'll be able to actually see a teaser or a trailer, I'm not too sure, but as soon as I get my hands on one, I will definitely let you guys know and share it so that we can all see whether it's what we expected, what it's or whether it's something we did not expect at all. Who knows? We never know what's going to happen in the film industry, to say the least. All right, moving forward, Donnie Yen was in London this week pushing his new film, Kung Fu Jungle, and he actually talked with a wide range of media outlets about what's going on, and one of the people that he talked to was Flicks in the City. Now, these people actually asked him about his future projects, including Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon 2, as well as Ip Man 3, which he actually said was going to be the last Ip Man film that he will be doing, but that's going to start filming early next year. And then he also kind of alluded to the fact that he's actually talked to Jackie Chan about a Chinese Expendables film. Now, obviously, this is taken with not even a grain of salt, like half a grain of salt. I don't even know, an eighth of a grain of salt, because it's probably not going to happen. But the idea of it would be really, really exciting, because he would like to get, like Jackie Chan, Jet Li, pretty much any Asian actor under the sun on board on this. And he just talked to Jackie about it, and apparently Jackie and him joked about it a little bit, and that was it. It was one phone call, so don't go running down the street thinking that there's going to be a Chinese Expendables. I would love if it happened, though, and hopefully somebody somewhere heard Donnie talking about this and they try to take that ball and just run with it, because it would be absolutely amazing. I really do think it would be something truly special. Alright, so a little bit of sad news now. We have information that Whooshing may not be able to do action films anymore. Now, I don't actually know the specifics of what is going on, but there's an image that's been floating around the internet of Whooshing with both of his legs kind of bandaged up, and he had leg surgery for some type of injury. I don't know what it is. I don't know what caused it. I don't know if it was from the set of a film or something that happened afterwards, but apparently it's very, very severe, and he may not be able to do action sequences ever again. Now, that is really, really sad, and I hope that he has a fast and speedy recovery. There have been other martial artists that, you know, have had their backs against the wall, and they pretty much overcame all adversity and showed everybody how amazing they can really be. Now, I'm not saying that Whooshing really needs to do it for the fans or anything like that. I really hope that he has a happy and successful life. You know, obviously he just had his newborn child that was just born a few months ago. So if he wants to take time and spend time with his family, I totally understand, and I'm totally fine with that. But for right now, it looks like SPL 2 and the film that he directed, which I think is Wolf War, is Special Forces Wolf War, something like that, are going to be the last two films that he's going to be in. But anyways, send your thoughts and prayers to him so that he has a fast and speedy recovery. All right, so the last piece of news I have for this week is actually something really, really weird. Donnie Yen will be making a comeback in Hollywood, except he's doing it in a film called Noodle Man. I really hope they don't keep that name, because it's bad. It sounds like an Asian superhero. It's just not good. But the synopsis, for those of you that are wondering why in the world it's called Noodle Man, is Donnie Yen is a former cop that ends up quitting his job because he cost the life of his partner in an investigation that went on 15 years ago. Now he moves to Chinatown in New York, opens up a noodle shop, and then the drug lord who he was going after actually enters that noodle shop, and then that begins his kind of journey for revenge. So the plot itself is really, really cool. Just the title is not that good. But I do believe that Donnie Yen would not be on board with this if he didn't believe in the story and he didn't believe in the film, because there's been so many offers. You know, he turned down the Expendables 2, the Expendables 3, and he's had kind of a bad experience in the US. Let's face it, with like Blade 2, he was only in there for a little bit. Shanghai Nights wasn't that bad. I actually enjoyed that, but obviously Jackie Chan's in it, so I'm going to be a sucker for that. But the thing is, I feel like Donnie would know what is good and what he wants to do. So with Ip Man blowing up the way it has, and with people kind of paying attention to Donnie a little bit more, I hope he gets the treatment that he deserves. And just like with Tony Jaa, I hope that Hollywood kind of sits up and takes notice of what he's capable of, because Donnie is an amazing actor and an amazing performer, and I just can't wait to see how he would take on Hollywood and kind of dominate the market. I think it's going to be really, really amazing. All right, so lastly, did a review for Fatal Contact. Now, this was not the movie I was actually planning on filming or reviewing, sorry. But given the fact that, you know, Whooshing with his hardships that he's been facing, I wanted to cover a Whooshing film. So I ended up posting the review a little bit later in the day because I wanted to watch the film again and kind of see how it's changed, you know, because it's an older film. And it's not super old. It's not like I did one of his like beginning films, but you know, one of the ones where he kind of started to become more well known. So I did a review for Fatal Contact. I'm sure most of you have seen it by now, but I just wanted to do that as kind of my little nod to Whooshing. And that is everything I'm going to talk about this week, because I feel like I've been going already for quite some time and I don't want to make you guys go crazy. But thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate the support and the comments and the subscriptions. It's just overwhelming to see how many people actually enjoy talking about what I talk about as well. So thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. I do read every single comment that you guys post. Even if I can't get back to you, I'm sorry about that. I'm hoping next week won't be as hectic and I can do some more things that I'm looking forward to doing and sharing with you guys. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. This is K Meller, and this week it's been finished.